The Rise of Mandhathu, Lanka's Forgotten Genius. Chapter 14, Echoes of the Mirror Flame. The Vault of Darpana stood like a forgotten memory carved into the bones of the mountain. Its entrance, half buried by centuries of moss and stone, pulsed faintly under the alien shimmer of the fractured sky. Strange symbols glowed on its arched gate, the language of the ancients, now awake. Mandhathu stood before it, his breath misting in the cold air. Behind him the others dismounted, Suryani adjusting her cloak, Kalan tightening his sword belt, and Nimya staring up, entranced by the lights above. Inside, the vault was silent. Not the silence of emptiness, but of memory, as if every stone held its breath. They walked cautiously, their torches casting flickering shadows on the intricate carvings lining the walls. Each step echoed as though the past were watching. After what felt like hours of descent, they reached a colossal chamber. At its center floated the mirror flame, a pulsating orb of liquid light suspended above a stone basin. Runes spiraled outward from it, reacting to their presence. "It's alive," whispered Suryani, eyes wide. Nimya stepped forward, the orb's glow dancing in her eyes. "This is not just a device," she murmured. "It's a memory, a fragment of the sky itself." Mandhathu moved closer, his hand reaching out. The orb responded instantly, flaring with energy. Images flashed before their eyes: Ravana in battle, Viramitra discovering the ancient constructs, and a sky fractured by forces unseen. A final image lingered: the sealed realm, a swirling void barely contained by ethereal chains. Suddenly, a loud crack tore through the chamber. The ground trembled. Outside, distant roars echoed, not from beasts, but machines. Viramitra's forces had arrived. Outside the vault, the forest blazed with red lightning. Arian hovered above a mechanical altar, chanting in a lost tongue. Around him, his constructs hummed with unnatural energy. Viramitra stood silent, holding the fractured relic that once belonged to the ancients. "They are inside," Arian said coldly. "The mirror flame is awakening. If they align it first, the gate may close." "Then we don't give them the chance," Viramitra growled. He raised his weapon, a spear fused with forgotten technology, and pointed to the vault. "Breakthrough!" Within the vault, alarms flared. Mechanisms that hadn't moved in ages roared to life. Mandhathu spun to the others. "They're here." Kalan unsheathed his blade, silent but ready. Suryani began chanting defensive spells from the scrolls of Kathira. Nimya stepped beside the mirror flame, her body enveloped in its strange energy. "It trusts me," she said softly. Mandhathu made a choice. He connected the orb from his chest, the lock, to the mirror flame. The room exploded with radiant light. Runes across the chamber lit up in sequence, revealing ancient paths and control points. He turned to Nimya. "Guide the flame, reflect the fracture skyward. We delay the gate." Above them, the sky bent. The alignment trembled. Outside, Viramitra stared at the sky in rage. "They're redirecting the gate." Arian's eyes flared with madness. "Then we tear them apart before they finish." As the enemies broke through, Mandhathu and Kalan held the entry bridge with brutal resolve. Bolts of energy clashed with steel, magic with machine. Blood, sweat, and smoke mingled in the sacred air. Suryani formed a protective shield over Nimya, who stood in trance, her voice harmonizing with the mirror flame. The sky above began to warp, a spiral of stars and energy redirecting away from the prison. Mandhathu, wounded but unbroken, forced the last attacker into the pit below. He turned, breath ragged, watching the gate above shimmer shut for now. The vault sealed itself again, reacting to the celestial shift. The mirror flame dimmed. "It worked," Nimya said faintly, "but not for long." Mandhathu nodded. "We bought time, nothing more." Far away, Viramitra regrouped. Arian's machines gathered lost energy. They would strike again and harder. But Mandhathu had seen more. In the flame, he had glimpsed a path, a place beyond Lanka, beyond Ravana's reach, a hidden temple where the ancients once gathered, where the truth of the sealed realm waited. He turned to his companions. This is only the beginning. As the stars twisted above, their journey continued, to be continued.